Hey, do you have your ID?
Do I have to give it to you?
First Amendment auditing, police officers looking like fools on the internet everywhere, social media, YouTube, and we need to put a stop to it. So in order to put a stop to it, to save you from embarrassment, let's discuss when a police officer can force somebody to identify themselves. Now, the first thing I want to say is that a lot of police officers don't intend to come out and violate the Fourth Amendment. They just had no training. Ask any cop about what their training level was, what kind of constitutional training they've received in an academy, and they'll tell you almost nothing. So many police officers find themselves in a situation showing up to a person who's setting them up to be baited, not knowing what to do. So what can you do when you're in a situation like this? Well, the first thing we have to do is look at what the U.S. Supreme Court said in a case called Heibel versus the 6th District Court of Nevada, Humboldt City, 2004. The first important factor we have to consider in whether or not we can compel identification is, did an offense occur? So, does an offense occur by somebody standing in a public place and video recording the interior compartment of a lobby of a police department, the parking lot of a police department? If so, what statute does it violate? If it doesn't, we're kind of SOL. Now, if an offense did occur, we also have to have reasonable suspicion that the person we're compelling identification from was the offender based on specific and articulable facts. Police officers have to have these prerequisites in order to say, you have to tell me who you are. Now, in a situation like this, can I compel identification from this gentleman? Now, I'm allowed to walk up to him and say, hi, how are you? Make a contact, request identification. But if he tells me he doesn't want to give me his ID, there's nothing I can do. If he asks me if he's detained, he's not. Unless he has violated some kind of law, he is free to move on. It doesn't matter if somebody called it in or your mayor wants you to go take care of this in the parking lot. We have to follow the constitutional limitations set forth by the Fourth Amendment. If you happen to find yourself in a situation where you feel like you're being baited by a First Amendment auditor, please, for the love of God, don't be dumb enough to play their game. You know the rules now. You've got to ask yourself a question. What offense has this person committed? If they are the person, then I can compel ID. If they're not, I can ask for ID. But if they tell me to go beat feet, there's nothing I can do. And that's the truth, and we have to follow it. I'm trying to save you from embarrassment. I can't watch any more of these videos where police officers are taking action and don't even know what they're doing. It's frustrating, and we're trying to correct it.